We make some beautiful music in the city, and I love to watch and experience a live performance, maybe at Time, Milk Boy, or over at the Fillmore. I'm sitting down with Toya Haynes, editor for Philly Soul Now, who's made the ultimate playlist of the best Philly soul music of 2025. It's Tuesday, December 16th. I'm Trinae, and here's the soulful sounds of Philadelphia. What's good, Toya?
What's going on today? It is so good to be able to speak with you and CityCast Philly today to talk about Philly soul music scene, one of my favorite subjects. And of course, my most favorite subject to talk about is music. So I'm very excited to be with you today.
Yes. Now, Toya, I know we've known each other for years. I know your family.
Yes.
I know that music is so important to you, especially soul music and R&B. But before we get into like who you're listening to now, who we should be vibing out to, what is soul music? What is the sound of Philly these days?
Wow, that's a very good question. There's this I remember I interviewed James Poyser and he said something that I've heard numerous times since. James Poyser of The Roots. He was saying how every touring band has a musician from Philadelphia. Musicianship is very important in Philadelphia. The jam sessions are very important. Being able to get together and jam. Instrumentation is very important in Philadelphia. And so to me, because of the root of that, of instrumentation and musicianship, to me, that makes you feel something, and to me, that's really what soul music is. It hits your soul. And interestingly enough, a lot of those musicians started playing in church. So, you also have the spirit in there too. So I think that's also a reason why soul music evokes this feeling. And that to me is what separates it from other genres. And that's why it's my favorite.
I love that. But what makes Philly just a special city for soul music, though?
I think it's the richness of history, not just, everybody knows Gamble and Huff, but also jazz, also, you know what I think it is? I grew up on radio. And I'm a big fan. I'm still a big fan of radio. I grew up, part of the reason why I know so much about music is because I grew up listening to WDAS, and Butter
Yes.
and Patty Jackson. And, I grew up listening to Power 99, Carter, and I'm dating myself, but I don't mind. Carter and Sanborn in the morning, getting ready to school. I think it's the
What about
love that we have for music.
WJJZ 106.1?
Yes. I love
Nobody
us.
remembers that.
I love a smooth jazz station. I love a station that's going to play Najee for me. I love it. And Lee Ritenour and all that. I think it's the appreciation that Philadelphia has for music. So that's why I bring in talking about radio. One thing that I loved about growing up on radio was that the DJs back then played like album cuts. They decided what the hits were. A record label may have sent them, this is the single, they flip it over, and now this artist has a hit that they may not have had, only because the DJ was like, they had that ear, So there's just a certain ear that lovers of music in Philadelphia have. And I think that's contributed greatly to the Philadelphia sound.
I love that. Well, you've got a great ear because I love seeing you at a festival or a concert somewhere in the city. And I'm like, Toya! And you've made this 4-hour and 45-minute, 77 songs playlist of artists from Philly or they have some type of connection to Philly. How did you come up with the criteria for who made the list?
Sure. So what happens is I do a lot of research of what music is coming out. And most of these artists are Philadelphia, but all of them are from the Philadelphia area, South Jersey, Delaware. They live here. And to me, that's very important to add them to the list because I want people to know that there are people within the scene they're creating music constantly, and good music that deserves to be heard. And so the criteria for me is really, is it good? Is it good quality? Is it good lyrically? Is it current sounding? And I say that because it's funny as we get older. For instance, I'm a Gen Xer, right? And I am now feeling the way I think sometimes my parents would feel about music, where you hear stuff, you're like, I don't know about that because back in the day we had da da da, But I am I'm smart enough to know, I'm wise enough to know that like I can hear something and go, this might not be my particular taste, but I know that this is good. I know that this is quality. I know that this is current, you know. And so
So
that makes it.
should music of today have traces of the past, or should it be just full blown, stand on its own? This is what it is now, or this is what the future is.
I don't think it has to sound like the past, even though that seems to be the most popular. If you notice that we haven't really had a summer song in a while, but the songs that have been the most popular across the board are songs that sound like the 60s, sound like the 70s, interestingly enough, right? I think
Okay, so you're
that,
talking about like October London's vibe.
yes, Silk Sonic, songs,
Yeah.
those type of songs. But I believe that there are certain elements of a good song that are across the board. So even if the instrumentation is different, I think that a good song is memorable. I think a good song has a good hook. I think a good song has lyrics that are memorable. So I think there are elements that just across the board, no matter what genre it is, that make it a good song.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's get into it. First on the list is a group from Philly who I think is Philly through and through. Kindred, the
Uh,
family soul.
yes, 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 and yes.
This is a husband and wife couple who have been literally making music for years.
Yeah. I adore Kindred the Family Soul. I think that they do life music. If you listen to their lyrics, it's very much what people go through in relationships. It's conversational. It's things that you can feel about love and challenges. And first of all, vocally, they're both amazing. I think vocally they're incredible. I love their voices. And to me, they have the sound of like a family reunion. They're very much in
Mm,
that Maze featuring Frankie Beverly vibe. And if you see them live, that's really what it feels like. They really have that feel of a family reunion, a barbecue. Like you just feel good with their music. And so they are just outstanding. And I think they're a tremendous part of what has made Philly's music scene great.
Here's their song on the Philly Soul Now playlist titled For Life. Now, we live in the city of brotherly love, sisterly affection, and love is such an important element in soul music. Like
Hmm.
you said, this is the music that hits you deep within, and there's no emotion that hits you quite like love.
Right.
And I love a good love song, and I hear that in Bino French's
Oh, yeah.
Complicated. Tell us who Bino is.
Man. Bino French to me, if you like good music, if you like good singing, good hooks, good lyrics, I think Bino is just such a premier artist as far as performance wise and just singing. And he always has been. I mean, even with his first album, produced by Dan Dilemma Thomas, also from Philadelphia, great first album. But this new album, Love on Purpose, I think has it all. It has your love songs, but it also has your songs about complicated love, and it has songs about pursuit of love. And I think he is just one of the most well-rounded entertainers and artists that we have in Philadelphia right now.
Yeah.
Here's Bino French's song Complicated.
Listen. I know you see me in the streets, baby, but I'm working, and I wish that you would trust me. Know that it was just me, oh. I never knew a girl like you, baby. Please believe me, and you know that you were all mine. Don't worry, girl, you're just fine. I need you to know you're mine and stop pretending that I don't love you. No, you don't have to be hard to complicated. Everyone knows that you are mine. I need you to know you're mine and stop pretending that I don't love you. No, you don't have to be hard to
I just love like when a song does that like skip thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that to me, that's very that I mean, I don't always like to compare, but like I remember when Music Soul Child's Just Friends came out. And I remember like the cadence was so different, like the way it plays. This song is very similar. And we talk about Philadelphia musicianships. Those are live drums. Those are live instruments. You know, you don't hear that a lot, you know, and so it has that Philadelphia musicianship in it. And that's why I think this is Philly soul through and through.
Well, speaking of that live music, you have one band on the Philly Soul Now's 2025 playlist. There's a song, Vida Nuova, from Corey Bernard. It's very jazzy. It's very bold.
So Corey Bernard is the keys player in Stephen Colbert's band on The Late Late Show. And so like phenomenal. Again,
so you were right. Everyone's got a Philly musician in their band.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's just been exciting to be able to see that. He's just an outstanding keys player, outstanding musician. And so, I'm really glad that he put a project out. That's something that I like to see. I remember he was playing in a band called Killiam Shakespeare. I've seen him play at different places. We have a lot, again, with great musicians touring. It's exciting to me when they are still putting out their own music. I think that's important to be able to do. So I was really happy to see his project come out this year.
Love that. Toya, where do you like to see live music in Philly?
I really like seeing live music I've been going to Silk City since I was in my 20s. I love house music, so I would go there and dance a lot, but I like when they have shows there, you know? So when we're talking about smaller places, Johnny Brenda's has always been one of my favorite places to see live music. So if we're talking about like smaller places, I really, really like the Met because there is just not a bad seat in the Met. Not a bad seat at all. I really love the Met. For jazz, I love South because I think that jazz and good cornbread go together. So, so that's another place that I really like to see. And then in the summer, particularly the Roots Picnic, I really like how the Roots Picnic has been at the Man. I like that a lot. I like the fact that, there are different areas that you can go. Some places are covered, different places that you can go throughout the day. And so I enjoy the Man as well.
All right. Well, we've got more songs on the Philly Soul Now 2025's music playlist after this quick break. Filler Club is Philadelphia's best kept secret. It's the only place in the city where you can work out, and socialize all under one roof. Right in the heart of Philly, across from 30th Street Station, Filler Club is a private membership club built for modern city life. With multiple co-working spaces, more than 50 businesses on site, and a state-of-the-art fitness center featuring 2 full floors, personal training, an indoor pool, golf simulators, and even a cold plunge. You'll find everything you need to thrive. Visit fillerclub.com to learn more and apply to become a member. Discover why Filler Club is Philadelphia's best kept secret for work, wellness, and connection. Hey y'all, I don't know why it's so hard for me to find the perfect personal gift for the people closest to me. This year, though, I'm skipping those last-minute gift cards, and I'm sending them an Aura frame. I can preload photos before it ships. I can also personalize each gift with a special message before it arrives. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code CityCast at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code CityCast. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Okay, let's get right back into some beautiful music from Philadelphians. Toya, can I say I just got the chills when I heard Sweet Surprise from Fauziya Hart.
I wish that you were rolling in my bed. I wish that I could hear those.
She's She's great. She's also put out a full album this year. I like we're getting full projects this year. Really good performer. She's played some WXPN shows. So I really like the attention she's been getting lately. It's really good to see.
I feel it even when you're not there. You take me somewhere I can't compare. You're a sweet surprise to me.
If someone has never heard of this genre before, soul music, R&B, even like remnants of jazz, where should they start? And I'll put this scenario out.
Okay.
Someone from some city, not Philadelphia, comes to Philly for a night and they're like, Toya, take me to a place. I want to, I heard your Philly Soul Now 2025 playlist. Where should I go? What artist should I listen to?
Oh, that's good. I would say I would take them to Time on a Saturday night, probably. To hear, I know Becca Lane plays there sometimes. Beyond Man plays there sometimes. You have it varies who you can hear it, but that also goes back to that musician jam session, kind of vibe that you're gonna get. Wherever Luke O'Reilly is playing, I think is a good place to be. So I think that's another spot. Right now, Margolis on Monday nights, Trey Lambert, what they're doing there, I think is the rhythm section. And sometimes he's there playing, sometimes whoever he endorses, in his place is there playing. I think those types of things, if you've never experienced soul music, I think that the best way to experience it is live, And so I think those places would be a good place to start.
I love that. I want to talk about the song Valencia, which is also on the playlist from Lukey.
Valencia. Safe to say that we fell out of touch. Only faded Polaroids and dust. Forgive me if I am finding I get nostalgia when you're on my mind. I just go on my way,
Lukey's so good, man. Lukey's so good. Lukey is not just an artist on his own, but he produces for other artists in Philadelphia. And I think they're all incredible. But yeah, Lukey as an artist is really good. And I like his material that came out this year.
Do you have a favorite song from the list? I know. It's like choosing your favorite child. Like, how do you do that?
It's very difficult because it depends on how I'm feeling. It depends. So I think it might be easier for me to say what is my favorite right now. You know what I mean? Like right now, what is my favorite? Because you think about it, this list started in January. So I've had 12 months of this list. So if I had to say what my favorite song at the moment is, it is definitely Wine Country by the Inglorious. I'm crazy about that song.
Why is Wine Country on this playlist?
There is a lyric in the song that says, "You ask if we can do this more often. And I answer, forever, please." That is so swoon worthy.
Oh my gosh. Just take me away now.
Oh, that is so swoon worthy. And I love a swoon worthy song. At the top we talked about love songs. And there's something that the kids are saying now. They are liking yearning music that has yearning in it, which really just means music that says that you want someone, like you actually like, you actually like, you're pursuing, you love, you know what I mean? You like that person. To us, I think it just means, we grew up with the begging music, the Jodeci's and the Keith Sweats and the guys and stuff. But yearning, I think, particularly where we are with music, has been like, there's been like this vacancy of hey, I just want to be next to you. I just want you to say that this can be forever. I just want to sit with you and go to wine country. Like, it shouldn't be rare to hear those things. But for some reason, as of late, it has been. And so I think that goes back to what we were talking about, the what hits you in your soul. You know what I mean? The love aspect of it. And to me, just the musicianship also I think is great. I just think it's a great song altogether. But lyrically, when I heard that, I was like, oh, this is easily on my end of the year list. I very much love that song. And I'm looking forward to hearing them play it soon. So yeah, hopefully live I'll get to hear it.
Yearning. Oh my gosh. I feel like also there is kind of like this like kind of like a slow like two-step that you could do
Yes.
with your love in the
Mm-hmm.
kitchen while
Yes.
you're listening to Wine Country,
Yes.
that I kind of got from listening to that song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a good two step. It's a good mid tempo. Like it's just good. It's just good.
Yeah. Also, music and a lot of these songs in this playlist for me, I felt like there are some healing aspects to it. Like
Mm,
music, especially coming from Philly, like it just hits different because, like you said, we've had like this soul music in our DNA
yes. Mhm.
for generations. And I also like that there's also kind of like a mixture. There's some songs that might sound like a little house
Mhm.
like.
Mhm.
That one that was Burr from Queen Joe.
Yeah.
And then you got some hip hop in there from like Chill Moody.
Mhm.
And this one group I never heard of, but Neptune 21.
Mhm. Yeah.
Medicine Music. Let's listen to that one.
If you wanna free your mind and free your spirit from the toxic, gotta vow to kill the poison of the snakes that's in your garden. Only giving your attention to the things that bring you honor. Keep your vibe sucker free and your circle free from drama. Shit, life crazy when you really think about it. And shit could get wicked if you really ain't moving solid. I'm praying you don't risk your whole life just for $1. And you conquer your demons before you end up getting conquered. So I gift you this medicine music.
Yeah. I love that you picked that song because one thing about Philly Soul Now's playlist and the music that we feature, if it's hip hop, it's still soulful. You know what I mean? The hip hop that we put on here is still soulful. It has that soul feel to it. You don't get much more soulful than an Isley Brothers sample. So in there is, Make Me Say It Again, Girl is the sample in there that adds to the soulfulness of it. Of course, just the way she's lyrically flowing. But yeah, even the hip hop on this list is soulful. And I really appreciate that about what has come out this year.
All right, let's keep talking about this after the break. This also has, from your playlist, kind of shown me that, music is still flowing within our city. People are still able to be creative in these really hard times, and
Mm-hmm.
especially for the arts community that have been hit hard this year. How are artists feeling about kind of their creativity and what they're able to create or where they're able to create in
Mm.
the city?
When COVID hit,
You guys did like a live
it was
series,
a
wasn't it,
live series. Yeah.
on Instagram? I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. And so we had a talk, and it was between myself, shout out to Anderson Street, E from
Yep. Evan
Anderson Street,
Burton.
Evan Burton. He helped lead it with me, Bino French, Zeke Burst, Queen Joe, I believe it was. I feel like I might be missing one more person, but we talked about that. We talked about everything that was going on, and did they feel like, oh, I can't create under this pressure, or do I have to create? Is this the pressure to create out of? And I think it's a
Mm,
mixture for some people. I think for some people it is, I can't, which I completely understand not being able to. But for some people it kind of goes back to that Nina Simone quote of, as an artist, how can I not reflect the times? I understand all of it. I understand being so stuck and being so overwhelmed with what's happening in the world that it can stifle creativity. But I am so proud of this community that since COVID has come out with incredible music, to be even in the midst of all that. Sometimes that's where the best music comes out of, are those hardships.
Earlier in this year, we saw a lot of like news about funding being taken away from the arts.
Yeah.
Do you think people have been more moved to create this year, or do you think it's about the same?
Hmm. I feel like the wave has continued. Like when I was talking about with COVID, I feel like that's something that has not stopped. I don't feel like there's been a plateau. I think there's still been more music because as people went back outside, I have a friend that just moved from I think Atlanta to here. He was like, "Man, Philly sure loves to dance." Like I've been, at different
Yes,
shows
we do.
outside. We love to dance. He's like, I've seen all these incredible acts for free because he came out at the height of the summer. So, I've seen all these incredible acts for free, like the Durbantown Jazz Festival and, all these types of things. And so I I feel like it got better as musicians were able to go out and perform more, and I think when you're able to do what you love in front of people and that's what you really love to do, from what I'm seeing, it has made them want to produce more music. It's like now it's like, okay, we up now. We out now. We up. I have music to perform. I'm excited about it again. I get to get the excitement from the crowd, from the audience. I get the support, from Philly Soul Now. I get the support from, these radio stations. I get support from my people. Like, I feel like that has lit the fuse for a lot. So I think that's done really well.
Toya, tell us, what is Philly Soul Now?
Philly Soul Now is a website that is devoted to Philly soul music scene, current soul music scene that is flourishing, that is alive, that is growing. It has interviews with local artists. There is of course, our Spotify playlist. We also have a YouTube playlist of videos that are out. And it has a great live music calendar, a concert calendar that has the dates of performers that are coming out. So like shows that are coming out, and not just local Philadelphia, but like John Legend has been here this year. Giveon has been here this year. We also have New Edition coming in March, So it's just wherever you want to find soul music, it's on that calendar, and it's not just, like I said, local, but also other national artists. So yeah, that's what Philly Soul Now is.
Awesome. So Toya, you also have another project called Soundcheck, and this serves as a resource and ways to support music professionals. Tell us about that.
Thank you. That's my baby. Soundcheck comes out of just my love for the local music community and musicians in general. I have always felt like music takes care of us, but we need to take care of the people that take care of us. And whether that is musicians or artists, that's also the managers, the artist managers. There's also the tour managers and road managers. There's also record label execs. We all are impacted. Journalists like myself, we're all impacted by it. And so really it is a resource that has different websites and organizations, whether it has to do with mental health, where to find affordable health care, things that speak particularly to people that are in the music industry. For instance, there's an organization called Backline that has great resources connecting artists, musicians in particular, actually anyone in the music industry, to mental health professionals that are familiar with the industry. And I think, it takes a lot of hard work to find those resources and vet them and talk to people from them. But I just think it's really important. Also, things like Music Cares, part of the Recording Academy, that anyone that's dealing with financial hardship or like, I don't know where to get mental health screenings or get health screenings, for anything. It's really important to be able to have that in the forefront of your mind. And so if I can go to this website and find this information, then that's what I wanted to be able to do to make it easily accessible. It is sound-check.org.
Toya, what song should we kind of dance to or vibe to as we sign off today?
If you're gonna dance, you're gonna need Lady Alma.
Yes! Oh my God!
That is a requirement. If you're gonna dance, you got to go with the queen. You got to go with Lady Alma, who along with Little Dave did a remake of the OJ's Philadelphia Sound Legends of I Love Music.
Toya Victoria Haynes from Philly Soul Now. Thank you so much for creating this beautiful music playlist and for joining me on CityCast Philly today.
Thank you so much. This has been exciting. Like I said, I always love to talk about music, always down to talk about music, and always down to talk with you. This has been really wonderful.
Check out the complete Philly Soul Now 2025 playlist by clicking the link in the show notes.
Yeah, Dave, you got me in this room sweating right now. But I love music.
That's all for today here on CityCast Philly. If you enjoyed this episode with all this beautiful music created by Philly artists, you got to share this in the group chat. Also, rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Philly, to learn more about what else Philly's talking about. And don't forget, you can support the show and get great perks by becoming a CityCast Philly neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye.